Official symbols of the President of Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, today, I would like to share with you the story and significance of the official symbols of the President of Ukraine. The President of Ukraine is the head of state and the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The office of the President was established by the law of July 5, 1991, which introduced amendments to the Constitution of the Ukrainian SSR. The first President of Ukraine, Leonid Kravchuk, was elected on December 1, 1991. However, during Leonid Kravchuk's presidency, 1991 to 1994, and throughout the first term of his successor Leonid Kuchma, 1994 to 1999, no specific symbols of the head of state had been established. These symbols were introduced only ahead of Leonid Kuchma's second presidential inauguration, by Presidential Decree No. 1507/99 on official symbols of the head of state dated November 29, 1999. The official symbols of the head of state are the state insignia of the President of Ukraine. According to this decree, the official symbols include the presidential flag, standard, the presidential badge, the presidential seal, and the presidential mace, bulava. In 2000, Ukrainian Post issued a set of postage stamps entitled Official Symbols of the President of Ukraine. The presidential flag, standard. A presidential standard is a blue square flag bearing a central image of the golden symbol of the state of Prince Volodymyr the Great, the Trizub, which is the small coat of arms of Ukraine. The cloth is bordered with a gold plakband and decorated with a gold fringe. The flagstaff is wooden, topped with a round onyx finial decorated with a raised yellow metal ornament. Both sides of the flag are identical. A silver plaque engraved with the President's full name and the date of their oath of office is affixed to the top of the original flag's staff. Upon the conclusion of the President's term, the plaque is transferred to the Presidential Foundation of Ukraine for permanent storage. Duplicate of the Presidential Standard is flown on the flagpole near the presidential residence in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Is displayed in the presidential box in the Verkhovna Rada, Supreme Council, during the President's presence in Parliament. Is mounted on the President's vehicle during travel within Ukraine. With the President's consent and in accordance with protocol norms, the duplicate may also be flown at other residences during the President's stay, at official ceremonies and events attended by the President, and during foreign visits, mounted on presidential vehicles. While the President is abroad, the flag is not flown near the Kyiv residence. As a mark of national mourning, the duplicate flag near the presidential residence in Kyiv is flown at half-mast. On other occasions during mourning, a black ribbon is attached to the flag, or it may also be half-masted. Presidential Badge. The badge of the President of Ukraine takes the form of a ceremonial chain consisting of a pendant medallion, 6 enameled medallions, and 16 decorative links arranged in a specific order. The pendant medallion features a heraldic cartouche bearing a raised image of the small coat of arms of Ukraine on blue enamel. The enameled medallions are oval and framed with heraldic cartouches, depicting symbols such as the Trizub of Prince Volodymyr the Great, the coats of arms of the Galician-Volhynian state, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, the Zaporozhian host, the family coat of arms of Hetman Bohdan Khmelnytsky, and the coat of arms of the Ukrainian People's Republic, 1918. Decorative links show stylized images of viburnum leaves and berries. The badge is made of 585 grade white and yellow gold and weighs nearly 400 grams. All parts are joined by ornate rings. It is worn around the neck. The presidential seal. The presidential seal is round in shape. At its center is the small coat of arms of Ukraine, surrounded by the circular inscription in Ukrainian, President of Ukraine. Below the coat of arms is a stylized image of the order of Prince Yaroslav the Wise. Seal has a raised edge and a decorative rim. The handle is made of labradorite, adorned with a raised yellow metal image of the small coat of arms, and topped with a gilded, ornamented finial. The presidential seal is used to certify the president's signature on official documents, certificates for presidential awards and honorary titles of Ukraine, and letters addressed to foreign heads of state. Copies of the seal are produced, one of which is considered the standard and is not used for certification. The silver prototype was crafted by Kyiv jeweler Mihailo Kepurikin and weighs nearly 500 grams. Presidential mace, bulava. The presidential mace symbolizes the continuity of Ukraine's centuries-old statehood traditions. It is made of gilded silver. The handle and finial are adorned with decorative patterns and inlaid with 64 emeralds and garnets set in gold. Beside the handle is a hidden triangular stiletto dagger made of Damascus steel. It bears the Latin engraving Omnia revertitur, everything returns. The blade can be drawn by pressing a button set with a Yakutian emerald. The mace weighs 750 grams. Its case is crafted from redwood and features a raised yellow metal image of the small coat of arms of Ukraine. Wearing and ceremony of a newly elected president of Ukraine, the original presidential standard is placed beside them. The badge is bestowed upon the president-elect, while the seal and the mace are presented after the oath is taken. These presidential symbols were first used during the inauguration of Leonid Kuchma on November 30, 1999, and were presented by the chair of the Constitutional Court of Ukraine. They have also been used at the inaugurations of Viktor Yushchenko, January 23, 2005, Viktor Yanukovych, February 25, 2010, Petro Poroshenko, June 7, 2014, and Volodymyr Zelensky, May 20, 2019. The original presidential standard and other official symbols of the head of state are kept in the president's official office in the presidential residence in Kyiv. A notable issue is that the 1999 presidential decree on official symbols did not include graphic representations of the standard. The version used at Leonid Kuchma's inauguration featured a dark blue field bordered with decorative vegetal ornamentation. In contrast, the flag raised outside the presidential administration had a lighter blue shade with a simple golden border. Over time, different versions have been used in practice, some with plain bordura, others with stylized, decorative motifs. The colors also vary from blue to dark blue. It is evident that these matters should be formally clarified both in the legal framework and in practical application. In all other respects, the official symbols of the President of Ukraine fulfill their ceremonial function appropriately. Thank you for your attention.